Hi, this is Rachel Cheung and I'm a pianist from Hong Kong. I was a Yale School of Music graduate from the class of 13. It is my great honor to be featured at the celebration of the 150 years of women at Yale, and I'd like to send my most heartfelt congratulations to the women of Yale. I spent 2 wonderful years at Yale where I got my Master's of Music degree, and I can't express enough how much I enjoyed being there. And Yale is definitely a place that cultivates and inspires one's individual voice in the process of music making. So today I'd like to perform for you one of my favorite pieces, Bach's Goldberg Variations. You'll be hearing the aria followed by a few variations. I hope you enjoy it, and take care. Hope you are staying well, and congratulations again.
If you go down to Hammer, you'll never come back. In my opinion, you're on the wrong track. Always love you, but that's not the if you go in that bell, forget about us. As far as I'm concerned, that would be just throwing yourself away, not even trying. Come on, you're lying to me. When I went down to Hammer, I did as I pleased. I'm not the only one. Not this is the only one. Not the only one. You'll be okay if you just stay in school. Don't be a fool. Do your eyes have an answer to this song of mine? They say we'll meet again. If you go down to Hammer, we'll meet on down the line. When we're so dead and low, how far away? Tell me, I'm if you go down to Hammer, if you go down to Hammer, if you go down to
Hello, I am so thrilled and honored to be here with you celebrating women at Yale. Yay! My name is Li Yun Alvarado. I am from the class of 2002, Deuce. And I am really excited to share an excerpt from a poem that I wrote in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria, which was 3 years ago, just on September 20th. Federal aid that was allocated for Puerto Rico was just barely released 3 years after the tragedy. This reading I dedicated to the over 3,000 families who lost someone in the aftermath of those devastating storms. This is an excerpt, so a longer version is available online. Momentos de Maria. 1. Septiembre. 4 days before, September 16th, 2017. A birthday, our son's first grito around the sun. 1 day before, a FaceTime screenshot. Me, my son, my bedridden güela, his bisabuela, Maria. September 20th, 2017, a YouTube video. My uncle posts a song before he loses his signal. Santa María, líbranos de todo mal, ampáranos, Señora, de este terrible animal. Day 1, a silent phone, la espera que desespera. Day 4, una realización. The river runs by the cemetery in Salinas. The river ran through Salinas. The river will not let Mami visit her papi at his grave this year. Day 6, September 26, 2017. The phone call. Russia flashes on my phone. I pick up. Mami, in tears. Estamos vivos! Papi, go Dodgers. Day 8, a headline. Quote, son muchos más los muertos de Maria. End quote, Latino rebels. Day 9, a nasty woman. Damn it, this is not a good news story. Day 10, a prediction. Make no mistake, the Puerto Rican diaspora lives and votes in every state in this country. We are bringing our relatives to the mainland. We are watching our politicians. We will take notes and keep receipts. We will never forget who chose to help, who chose to hurt, and who chose to do nothing in the face of a humanitarian crisis. 2, Octubre. Day 13, a disgrace. 45 throws blame and paper towels. Day 15, un ritual. I begin daily Facebook posts. Number of days without power. Day 25, 2 birthdays. Our 35th trips around the sun. Day 38, October 28th, 2017. An arrival. After 2.5 weeks, 4 out of 4 packages finally arrive in Salinas. 3, Noviembre. Day 47, una luz. Le llegó la luz a mami abuela. Day 63, a Thanksgiving. For 63 days, I have been hyper aware of how thankful I am to have power. Day 69, a question. On Giving Tuesday, how will you help Puerto Rico? 4, Diciembre. Day 89, an early Christmas gift. The last of my relatives in Salinas gain power. Day 95, a tax bill. Nochebuena. Congress in 45's tax bill treats Puerto Rico like a foreign country, hindering relief efforts. Day 96, a Christmas baby, my brother's 33rd ride around the sun. Day 100, a tweet, 100 days. Meanwhile, on Twitter, 45 mocks those who believe in global warming and climate change because it will be cold on the East Coast in the middle of winter. 5, Enero, Day 103, an anniversary. The Oceanside restaurant where he and I once danced to Sunday Kind of Love posts photos of their rebuilding efforts. Day 121, un cumpleaños, Papi's 59th trip around the sun. Day 132, a liar. State of the Union. 45, quote, tells nation he supports Puerto Rico on the same day he cuts off aid. Think progress. 6, Febrero. Day 134, a change of heart. Quote, Puerto Rico says FEMA will continue to provide aid to communities in need. End quote, The Hill. Day 154, an inevitability. Puerto Rican, quote, migrants appear to have moved to every U.S. state. End quote, CNN. Day Day 158, a movement. Parkland school shooting survivor tweets, quote, "Better idea, spend your spring break in Puerto Rico. It's a beautiful place with amazing people. They could really use the economic support that the government has failed to provide." 7. Marzo, day 176, a tragedy. Quote, "It's been almost 6 months since Hurricane Maria and Puerto Ricans are still dying." End quote, CNN. Day 181, 6 months, March 20th, 2018, a survivor. Whim N Maria celebrates her 89th roar around the sun. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the symposium. Go Women at Yale.
Memories of my childhood live between the rings of sand around my ankles and the desert heat in my lungs. I still believe that nothing washes worry from tired skin better than the Nile and my grandma's hands. Every day, I go to school with the weight of dead neighbors on my shoulders. The first time I saw bomb smoke, it didn't whine and billow like the heat from the kitchen hearth, but it forced itself on the Darfur sky, smothering the sun with tears that it stole from our bodies. The worst thing about genocide isn't the hunger, the murder, the politics, the government-paid soldiers that chase you across borders and into camps. It's the silence. For 3 months, they closed the schools down because people like us are an eyesore. So the first month, we took it. The second, we waited. The third month, we met underneath the date palm trees, drinking up every second our teachers gave us, turning fruit pits into fractions. On the last day, they came with a message, put them in their place. We didn't stand a chance. Flesh was never meant to dance with silver bullets, so we prayed for the sun to come and melt daggers from our backs, lifted our voices up to God until the clouds were spent for weeping, and the sand beneath our toes echoed with the song of every soul that ever walked before us. I hid underneath the bed that day with 4 other people. 12 years later, and I can't help but wonder where my cousins hid when the soldiers torched the houses, threw the bodies in the wells. So if the weapons didn't get you, the poison would, and sometimes they didn't want to use bullets because it would cost them more than we did. But what does it matter? I've seen 16 ways to stop a heart when you build nations on someone's bones. What sense does it make to break them? And one day, my mother choked on rifle smoke. My father washed the blood from his face. My uncles carried half the bodies to the hospital and the rest to the grave, and we watched. For every funeral we planned, there were 60 we couldn't have. The sand and the Sahara tastes a lot like powdered bone. And when the soldiers came, our blood on their ankles, I remember their laces, scarlet footprints on the floor. I remember waking to the sound of hushed voices in the night, etched with the kind of sorrow that turns even the loudest streams to ash. Our parents came home with broken collarbones and a taste of fear carved into their skin, and it was impossible to believe in anything. Fear is the coldest thing in the desert, and it burns you, bows you down to half your height, and owns you, and no one hears you, 'cause what could grow in the desert anyway? Thank you. My name is Imtithal, or Emi Mahmoud. I am Yale College class of 2016, Davenport College. I'm in anthropology and global health by training, going into medicine, but I'm a world champion poet, author, and Goodwill Ambassador for the UNHCR, UN Refugee Agency. 2 seemingly competing passions, but they all work together, and I guess that's something that also brings all of us together. The first poem I shared is called People Like Us, and I hope it inspired you as much as you've all inspired me. And this next poem is called Mama, and I'm just really excited to be here and glad to say that because you were all there, paving the way, I think it allows the rest of us to be here, keeping the door open. Never close the door behind you. That's what I hope will take away from all of this. Thank you so much. This poem is called Mama, and it's about all the matriarchs in my family. I hope you can take it with you and feel inspired wherever you go. So I'm walking down the street when a man stops me and says, "Ayo, sister, are you from the motherland? Because my skin is a shade too dark not to have come from foreign soil. Because this garment on my head screams Africa. Because my body is a beacon calling everyone to come flock to the motherland. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Sudan. Why? He said, yes, you is. You got a little bit of flavor in you. Don't get me wrong. I'm just admiring what your mama gave you. Let me tell you something about my mama. She can reduce a man to tattered flesh without so much as blinking. Her words fester beneath your skin, and the whole time, you won't be able to stop cradling her eyes, because my mama is a woman, flawless and formidable in the same step. Woman walks into a war zone and has warriors cowering at her feet. My mama holds all of us, in her face, in her body, in her blood, and blood is no good once you let it loose, so she always holds us close, keeping us safe from caving in. When I was 7, my mama cradled bullets in the billows of her robes. That same night, she came home and taught me how to get gunpowder out of cotton with a bar of soap. Years later, when the soldiers held her at gunpoint and asked her who she was, she said, "I am a daughter of Adam. I'm a woman. Who the hell are you?" And the last time we went home, we watched our village burn. Soldiers pouring blood from civilian skulls as if they too could turn water into wine. The woman who raised me turned and said, "Don't be scared. I'm your mother. I'm here. I won't let them through." My mama gave me conviction. Women like her inherit bruised wrists, tired eyes, and a titanium-plated spine. The daughters of widows wearing the wings of amputees. They carry countries between their shoulder blades. Now, I'm not saying that dating is a first world problem, but these trifling guys seem to be. The kind who'll quote Rumi, but not know what he sacrificed for war. Who fawn over Lupita but turn their racial filters on, who take their politics with a latte when I take mine with tear gas. Every guy I meet wants me my introduction to the dark side, wants me to open up this obsidian skin and let him read every tearful page, because what survivor hasn't had her struggle made spectacle? Don't talk about the motherland unless you know that being from Africa means waking up an afterthought in this country. Don't talk about my flavor unless you know that my flavor is insurrection, it is rebellion, it is resistance. My flavor is burden, it is grit, and it is compromise. And you don't know compromise till you rebuilt your home for the 3rd time, without bricks, without mortar, without any other option. I turned to the man and said, "My mother and I don't walk the streets alone back home anymore. Back home, there are no streets to walk anymore." Thank you.